Hey, yo, family, welcome back to Set for Life Crypto. It's your boy, Crypto General in the building. I'm with my brother again, like always.
Crypto Kurt, how y'all doing tonight, fam?
Ready, and tonight we're going to be taking this thing global because everybody I see online talking about ISO 222 tokens as if they are all the same, like they twins. But the chains got different DNA and they do not compete with one another. They are a completion of the system. And this system is one we call the new finternet, the digital bloodstream where value moves like data. So at the center of it all is, of course, our hero token, the XRP token, which is the bridge, the rail, the key that unlocks instant settlement between fiat and crypto and CBDCs. So you guys grab y'all notebooks while Kurt and I break down how every ISO chain plays its role and why, when the smoke clears, XRP settles it all.
Exactly, bro. Um, we're gonna drop a little knowledge for you guys tonight, but before we do, why don't y'all go ahead and hit that like button, get this out so people know we're on online. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. And if you're feeling real bullish, go ahead and put 777 in the chat for us for all of my Bull Runner fans out there. You guys go check out their channel over at Bull Runners. Are great. Don't forget to check out Crypto Sensei as well. Crypto Sensei gave us a shout out tonight on his live, and we'd like to do the same for him. So you guys go check out Crypto Sensei. Great information. And as always, Oscar Ramos, he's got some great information as well. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that like so we can get started. And with no further ado, we're going to go on and get right up into it. So ODL, on-demand liquidity, is not a feature. It's a framework. It's built for banks. It's powered by XRP and is designed to move liquidity on demand with zero pre-funding. Every other ISO chain tries to copy or complement it. Let's run through the roster, the global money team, and show the world what lane each one really rides in.
You dig that? So check this out. The original ODL asset, which would be our number one XRP, Ripple Nets, Golden Child, is used by institutions worldwide. This is for real-time cross-border settlements. You guys got to get that. It handles KYC, AML, and liquidity routing in milliseconds. So the verdict is the core bridge, the asset that everything connects to. So we were speaking on this a little bit earlier on how these things really work. So we have layer one. So if you're looking up this information and you find what a layer one is, all layer ones actually have settlement within the layer. You can settle within that network. The only thing is it has to settle within the network. It cannot go outside the network and talk to another network. So that's where XRP is going to sit in. It is the bridge to all of these things. So I just want to drop that little information on y'all so y'all won't be confused on how this, the interoperability of all these networks work. So XRP delivers real-time global payments where and when you need them using stable coins, crypto and local currencies. Our proven technology and global networks enable cross-border payments that are faster, more reliable, more affordable for crypto businesses and payment service providers and their customers. By partnering with Ripple and introducing Ripple payments to new markets, we aim to further Tranglo's ambition provides access and equitability financial services to the masses. Together, we eliminate pre-funding requirements for partners in more than 20 countries. So what he's saying is that they're getting rid of what we call nostro vostro accounts to allow the freedom of all this extra cash or pent up cash that's pinned up in all of these banks pre-funded around the world to allow for settlements to take place cross border within a corridor, a certain corridor. So if you guys kind of confused about what I said, just run it back and let's get on into number two, brother.
Well, before we get into these other ISO 2022 compliant tokens, I wanted to make an announcement for those of y'all who did not hear today. Walmart is set to accept payments, crypto payments now, in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP through its OnePay Cash app. With the feature expected to launch at the later part of 2025, this integration, powered by a partnership with Zero Hash, will allow users to buy, sell, and hold these cryptocurrencies directly within the OnePay app, which is fully integrated into Walmart's in-store and online checkout systems. The service aims to reach approximately 150 million weekly Walmart shoppers. Just wanted to let y'all know that we've been saying that the rails are live, everything is going live. Here we are. The Feds had a big meeting today, a panel about cryptocurrency. I would suggest that if you're into investments or you're into crypto, you need to go watch that Fed interview today, that Fed board meeting about cryptocurrencies and what is coming. It is not stopping. It is here. So we're going to go ahead and get into these ISO 2022 compliant tokens. The first token, besides XRP, which is the main bridge asset, is going to be XLM or Stellar Lumens, which is the sibling chain. It's like a little sibling to XRP. It's built by Jeb McCaleb, who was XRP's original co-founder.
Absolutely.
Its focus is on retail remittances and NGOs. It powers MoneyGram's cash to crypto rails. I have a little visitor, guys. Sorry. Someone wanted to say hi.
What's up, girl? What's up, Catalaya? What you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, really? She trying to do the show with us, y'all.
Yep. She wants to be part of the show. And say hi
Straight
to
up.
everybody. Say hi, everybody. Hi, hi.
Hi, hi.
Okay, come on. Let's go back. We gotta watch the cartoons. Where's your phone? You can't mess
Yeah,
with
you
my
guys. So
computer.
speaking on what my brother was just speaking about, as you guys heard him say, the focus of XLM is actually retail. And when I told you guys about the Ripple Nets Golden Child, that is actually used by institutions worldwide. So XRP is focusing on banks and institutions and hedge funds, pension funds, all of those type of financial businesses. And XLM is actually focusing on retail remittances. Like somebody's working in America and they trying to send money back to Mexico. You feel me? Like he's more focused on that. That's why MoneyGram is one of the powers that be in one of the cash to crypto rails that they use. So that's what he was saying. Go ahead, brother. Was you done?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna move to number three. Okay, so at one we got XRP, at two we got XLM, and number three we have XDC, ZenFin, the trade financial engine. Okay, and XDC is a hybrid public to private chain. It is ISO 222 ready, of course, and it hooks into the R3 quarter settler. That's the same backbone that Ripple runs. So it's used for letters of credit, supply chain tokens, and trade settlement. Okay. So again, when we talk about it hooking into R3 and what R3 does and the settlement layer for R3. When you do the research, and this is kind of why it's crazy, I hear everybody saying, well, XRP and R3 has nothing to do with each other, which is all a lie because R3 is actually baked. XRP is actually baked into the R3 settlers mode. So they're actually using XRP as a settlement layer. So, you guys can kind of just go look up R3 if you guys want to find that information. Let me see if I could pull it up to
I believe we
see.
had spoke about it in one of our previous lives from last week.
R3.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. You guys could go look it up. But Quarter is the world of leading opening permissioned distributed ledger application platform powering the tokenization of assets and currencies in regulated markets. R3's Quarter's lever cloud native technologies for scalable and configurable app deployments. So again, like we say, the thing that's unique with R3, it allows to take every transaction and record them one by one instead of having to block them all in a chain together on one block. You know what I mean? So at number three, we had XDC, you guys. Remember that down, write that down, whatever you got to do so you can go back, rewind the video, look up all these tokens, see what they do, and see if they fit your investment style.
So number 4, we have Algo or Algoram, and this is the central bank digital currency rail, the CBDC rail. Central banks love this one. They're running pilots in Italy and the Marshall Islands for tokenized fiat. It's ultra fast finality and perfect for CBDCs. It's a government rail that can sync to the XRP ledger APIs. Um, basically, it connects straight into the XRPL with security, privacy. That's what APIs do. APIs give it the security layer. So Algo, that was what, number 4.
I was trying to look up their dedicated page and see what they had on that. Yeah, so okay, Algo, of course, it's the ledger's pulse, and XRP, of course, is the bridge that lights it up. So we move to number 5, which is going to be Quant. And Quant is the universal bridge. Um, we spoke about this a little earlier when we was telling y'all about R3 Quant and XRP.
We actually have a
Quant,
quant video where we did a whole full hour on quant as well.
yes.
So you guys should.
So as you know, that Quant is the XRP's. I mean, Quant is the trust layer for interoperability. So it basically provides trust and security for interoperability between networks. So it allows for each network to speak to each other and not have to have trust between each other because Quant will sit in the middle of them as the trust layer. So Quant does not move money, you guys. It moves access. It is the overledger that connects banks and blockchains like XRPL and Ethereum and Corda, all through API, as my brother was just telling you about. So it's the security part, it's the overledger. It's just already allows for these things to talk to each other. So what's basically happening is all of these chains are going to be used for what's called multi applications. So you will be able to take the best of each network that you like and utilize it to, your benefit. So you wouldn't have to just be focused on one blockchain that can do one thing better than the next one. You can actually take the best of each blockchain and create a multi app. So that's going to be something that's really big. The verdict of it of Quant is the OS of the Finternet. It is the overpass. So just think of it like it is the overpass that's reroutes highways. It's the overpass over the highways. It's the network of highways labeled with chain logos, and the overledge bridge is glowing in gold. So you just kind of picture that. You feel me?
And so that's going to bring us into number 6, which is H bar or Hedera. So HBAR. We'll pull it up here. So H bar or Hedera. H bar works with the big dogs. It's the enterprise network. It's DBS, Shinhan, Standard Bank, EM Tech. They're running corporate settlement pilots using Hedera consensus service. No liquidity token yet, but Ripple style moves. To me, this one it moves right along with XRP. So you watch how the price of XRP moves and how the charts on XRP moves. This one pretty much moves right along with it. We call it the little brother of XRP. Um,
Actually has, I mean, it's a quick network. The settlement is very fast and all of that. It's just like we say, the finality that happens on these networks will only be able to happen within the network. Okay, so that's why some of these tokens, we can't give you financial advice, bro. You can go on and drop the disclaimer if you will.
yeah, for
Um,
sure. So just so y'all know, anything that we say on this channel is not considered financial advice. Please consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions in your investment portfolio. We are here to give you information and education only. We will share with you the things that we do and how we do as we invest and the things that we invest in. But again, that is not financial advice. I would actually advise you not to do what we do because sometimes we do some pretty risky things. But
Risky things.
definitely do your own research and come up with your own conclusions. So again, we're going to bring you the information about these companies and especially XRP. It's going to be on you to do your own additional research to make sure it's a viable investment for you and your investment style. Again, so anything that you see here or here is not financial advice. It is not condoned by YouTube or any other third party. It is mine and my brother simply our opinions and the things that we do as we invest. So with that being said, we will continue on. And again, if you're liking what you see, guys, and you're liking the information, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and give us a good thumbs up.
Sir. So again, as I was explaining, H bar, quant, all the tokens that we speak about, any native token, any layer one. When you look at it, and you looking up these tokens, they'll tell you that these tokens can't settle, and that's what. One day I had found some information. I called my brother. I'm telling him like, bro, I think XRP is gonna be the settlement layer for everything, and what you find is some of these tokens can settle themselves. Like there's no problem with them settling themselves outside of them being too clunky, being too fat, too slow, and not having enough. What they call it is bottlenecking, to where when there's so much volume and everybody trying to go in or pull out at one time. The process of to finalize the transaction, some of it could be hours, and most of them on the EVE on the Ethereum network as well as the Bitcoin network are super expensive. So that's why a lot of people are using XRP, XDC, XLM, and these networks to build on. They're a lot faster, greener, and they're a lot more efficient and secure as well. Well, all of them pretty secure, but the finalization of them and the transaction is a lot faster on these other networks. So we kind of feel as though Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course, the first blockchains to kind of get out the gate. Well, XRP was already in there, and we just kind of been held back by the lawsuit. But in our opinion, those networks were kind of like the beta test. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, these networks are going to be very useful simply because they are faster and way more scalable and way cheaper than things like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
So let's do a quick recap. I'll tell you the chain, the token, their ODL role, and their main use case. So first one we have the chain XRP ledger. The token is the XRP token. It is true on-demand liquidity, and its main use case is cross-border settlements and payments. Then you have Stellar Lumens or XLM. So Stellar is the chain, XLM is the token. It is retail on-demand liquidity, and its main use case is remittances and NGOs. Then you have the Zenfin chain. The token is XDC. It is trade on-demand liquidity, so it's liquidity for trade, and its
Mm-hmm.
main use case is supply chain finance. Then you have the Algorand chain, which the token for that is ALGO, ALGO. Its ODL role is CBDC on demand liquidity, so on demand liquidity for central bank digital currencies. And its main use case is government rails.
And you guys be writing this down. Don't let this pass you by. I'm telling you, what he is explaining to you is very crucial to understanding how all of these things tie in together and how they all work and complete one another. You know
Yeah,
what I
they
mean?
don't
So
compete, they complete. Yeah, so just remember
absolutely,
that.
because
They're not competing with each other.
as you get like
Hedera
he,
is a chain.
mm-hmm,
The H bar is the token for that chain. Its on demand role is institutional on demand liquidity, and its main use case is enterprise payments. And then last, you have the Quant chain. The token is QNT, and its role is bridge layer. It is the bridge layer between all of them. Its main use case is interoperability.
absolutely, absolutely. So again, you guys remember those roles. That is the key to all of this. Each token play a different role, and again, if you have written these down, you can see that each role of each one of those tokens is something different. You got true ODL, you got retail ODL, you got trade ODL, you got CBDC ODL, institutional ODL, and at the bottom sits Quant, which is the bridge to allow all of those tokens to interoperate between each other. Okay. So you guys, let's bring this on home. ODL is not a feature, you guys. Y'all have to get this through y'all head and understand it. It is not a feature. On-demand liquidity is the foundation of every ISO chain that's got a purpose. You understand? But only XRP holds the final key to instant global settlement. The rest of these tokens are instruments and they all play in the same orchestra, you guys. So we are building a symphony, or is that what we would call it, bro?
Yeah, yeah,
We
it would be a
building
symphony.
we building a symphony, you guys, and all of these ISO tokens are playing a different tune and a different note. But each note is critical because if you miss one note, you don't have the true sound that's supposed to be heard. So
And who's the
understand.
conductor?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Who is it?
Understand what this is. All of these chains are playing with each other, and XRP is conducting the songs that are being played. You
That's
guys,
nuts. How that works.
um, when the liquidity fuse actually lights, you know what I mean? That when it really goes live and all of these things are flowing on the rail and global finance flips to blockchain rails, all the old legacy rails are moved to the new blockchain rails, able to be accessed and in real time. All these paths gonna lead back to the number one token that we always speak about every single night, which is XRP. And that is the bridge where all the value meets. So if you ever in the market and you hear people talk about all the money, it's not just words. To me, it's not just words. So um, I go in as much as I can whenever I can. Um, I always use the formula of DCA, and of course, I'm not rich, so I just buy what I can when I can, and I try to hold on to it because we understand that XRP is the bridge where all the value meets. Um, and it will, in my opinion, be settled in all the money because it's the only true ODL. You know what I mean? Um, my brother was just speaking to y'all just a little while ago about, sorry guys, about some deal that whatever just happened. What you was talking about a while ago, bro?
Walmart.
Walmart. So he was speaking to y'all about Walmart and what's going on with them. I think they're opening it up for you to actually be able to use crypto within their business model,
You
as
can
well
buy, you can
as
sell, you
well
can
as
use it as
buy
payment.
crypto, trade crypto, all using Walmart from the Walmart
It's the one pay app.
online store. I
It's
guess so.
the one pay app with Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
it's an
know too much about
integration
it.
of it's an integration between OnePay and Walmart. So Walmart's
Absolutely.
integrating OnePay, which will allow users to buy, sell, pay with crypto, um, straight from the store or from the app. Amazon is also doing the same thing. Amazon is bringing on crypto payments where you can buy, sell, and buy goods and services with crypto on the Amazon platform as well. So,
Absolutely.
two major big players, Walmart and Amazon, are now going to allow you to buy, sell, and use crypto for purchasing.
So I know we kind of didn't get to you guys yesterday. We both got my brother's got his baby girl and she run him raggedy sometimes, and of course I'm a double amputee, so I could go through a few pain things. But we didn't get to get on you guys about the acquisition, bro. You want to break them off about what went on?
With the acquisition with
Evernorth.
Evernorth.
Yes, sir.
So basically, that wasn't an acquisition. So the acquisition was Ripple acquired G Treasury. We did the video on that, the live on that the other day. So that was an acquisition. Then you had the Charles Schwartz, right, which was
David
David
Schwartz.
Schwartz. Sorry, the one that stepped down from Ripple's board. Um, he merged with a another company and they created an SPAC, which is a special acquisitions company, right? So that basically is going to Evernorth is going to start a treasury and they're going to raise $1 billion, which they've already raised. They've already raised the $1 billion. $200 million of it was given to them by SBI Holdings from Japan. Remember, we did a video about them here not too long ago.
Yeah,
So,
bro. I don't think they done raised it yet, though. They plan to do it in Q1 of 26.
okay, well, some of it's already been raised. I do know
Yeah, I
200
think they
million of
moved
it's
over
been raised, was given
four
to them
hundred
by.
million to the escrow.
And what
I think
they're
Ripple
doing is
did,
they're going to use that $1 billion to buy XRP on the open market, which is the most important part of that. That it's going to be bought on the open market, and they're
which
going to
make
add that to their treasury for Evernorth, which is
yes,
going to
sir.
be a treasury holdings company for XRP. Um,
Right on. So basically, Evernorth is based in Nevada, of course, and they just announced a business combination deal with with SPAC and Armanda Acquisition Corp. Number two, ticker ACCIP, to go public and expected to close in Q1 of 2026. The plan is to raise over 1 billion, including, of course, like my brother mentioned, the $200 million commitment from SBI Holdings to build what they call the world's leading institutional XRP treasury. The net proceeds will primarily be used to buy XRP on the open market, and as for operations, yields, strategies, DeFi lending, liquidity provisions are all tied to the XRP ecosystem. Key people like David Schwartz, formerly the CTO of Ripple Labs, will serve as a strategic advisor of Evernorth. Once the merger closes, Evernorth expects to trade on the NASDAQ under the ticker XRPN. So you guys can be on the lookout for that as well. Um, so this makes $2 billion committed to XRP in the last week. Ripple themselves, as you guys know, pledged to raise $1 billion to buy back XRP on the open market. You guys can look that up. Just look up the Ripple buyback, and you guys could get all of that good old information. Um, Bro, is there anything else that you want to dive into?
no, not really. Unfortunately, tonight I have baby girl here, and she's kind of being a little rambunctious in the background. So, um, can't be too late with you guys tonight, but I'll kind of go over some price action with y'all real quick. So,
Absolutely.
yesterday we had the run up from $2 and was $2.38 all the way up to $2.55. We rejected off to 2.55 and we retraced all the way back down to $2.40 yesterday. Then today we came in at 2.40 and we bounced up to the $2.53, and then we rejected at the $2.53, which is pretty much a double top here from where we were over here, where we went up to the 255, came down, went up to the 253, rejected off to 253, and then came down to 240. We bounced back up to that 253 and got again rejected at the 253, double top, and now we're coming back down, retraced all the way back down to the $2.40, and now we are climbing back up. We are currently at $2.42.88. I do expect us to come back up and retest this $2.53 again. Hopefully we can break through that. Looks like a resistance zone there at the $2.53. So if we can break through that resistance there, I plan to see us going up into the $2.65 range. So we
Absolutely.
would go up into here. So we'll watch for that bounce and see how that plays out. Still super bullish on XRP. Again, we have talk with the government possibly about stopping the shutdown by the end of the week. That would be super bullish. I would say by the end of next week would be a lot more realistic. Maybe before Halloween we can get the government reopened. It's silly that it's even going on in the first place. But here we are. If we can get the government to reopen before November, we will get EMAs about the first week in November. I mean, not EMAs. We'll
ETFs,
get
bro.
I'm sitting here looking at the charts and looking at
Yeah.
EMAs, and
He
I'm
over there
tired.
trading on y'all, man. He over there trading on y'all.
We'll get those ETFs the week after the government reopens. So about hopefully by the first week in
Absolutely.
November, get
Yes, sir.
some billions of dollars. They're saying
We
anywhere
need
between
it.
5 to 10 billion inflows when we get the ETFs to launch, which will be super bullish for XRP. You'll see a good $10 XRP when the ETFs go live and that money starts flowing in. So double digit XRP on the way. I do say, right along with Jake Claver, ETFs alone will put us around the $8 to $10 XRP. So that's what we're looking for. Double digit XRP. Then with the beginning of 2026 coming and the plans to buy billions of dollars of XRP in the beginning of 2026, that should push us up into around a $15 XRP. So hopefully by February, before usually we see a retracement come in like February March time frame before we pump back up into May June, usually April May, come back down in June, pump again in like July, but probably before February we'll hopefully see a good $15 XRP. That's going to be my my price predictions for Q1 of 2026 will be $15 XRP. You got anything else for him, brother?
Yeah, actually, I just was gonna kind of drive that narrative home on what we was bringing you guys today. All of the things we brought to you guys were basically all layer ones. So understand that they all can settle, but all settlements are not the same. So every layer, BTC, ETH, ADA, SOL, HBAR, they all technically possess a finalization transaction on their own chain, but that means they all settle within their ecosystem. And the reason that this matters is because when you're talking about settlement, you got to make clear what kind of settlement that you're talking about. You have network level finality that's within their chain, and you also have what we speak of excuse me, cross network settlements, and this is the settlement between banks and currencies or between ledgers. And most layer ones only handle their own assets. They do not have the ability to bridge in or settle in different assets or to finalize the different assets. So that is where XRP sits uniquely and has the advantage of determin- deterministic finality. And this is how it separates itself from the rest of the pack of the no, layer ones. XRP's ledger finality is instant and irreversible. There is no mining with XRP, no probabilistic confirmations like Bitcoin. Once a transaction is actually validated on the ledger, it is done forever in about 3 to 5 seconds. As you guys know, I know y'all, we keep talking about this, but we just trying to drive the point home. The validators all reach deterministic consensus, meaning all of the nodes are 100% in agreement, not like 99% like most of the proof of work systems that's out there. So while other chains are eventually reaching settlement after multiple blocks and confirmations and all this, XRP is able to do this and legal grade finality almost instantly. And this is why banks and institutions can rely on it so much for real world money movement. It is not just record keeping, it is actually legally final within seconds. This is good because things like Bitcoin and Ethereum, the gas fees are high. Like Bitcoin, the probabilistic finality, you got to wait for 6 blocks or basically an hour just to be safe to for the transaction to finalize. So um, Every chain itself can settle, but only XRP was engineered with everything else. The legal grade finality recognized by banks and regulators are all they need. Yeah, the number ones layers can settle, but they cannot go interoperability. And that is the point we were trying to drive home to you guys tonight. So, would you guys stay locked and loaded? You guys keep your eyes fired up, keep watching those rails, keep stacking those bags. Stay safe tonight and always stay set for life. I am your host, Crypto General. That is my brother on the other side,
Crypto Kurt, y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll bring you some
Crypto
more
General
information
Atman.
tomorrow. Please make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button, and catch us when we come back and bring you some more information tomorrow evening.
Please do.
Y'all have a wonderful
Much
night.
love, y'all.
Much love.